Booster 9, static fire, complete.
We are just over 30 seconds into flight under the power of over 5 million pounds of thrust, and Falcon Heavy is on its way to space. Right now, we're throttling down in preparation for max Q, which is, of course, the moment of peak.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Callouts there that power and telemetry are both looking good for Falcon Heavy. Again, what we're preparing for next is max Q, which is the peak mechanical stress on the rocket. So that is a critical flight milestone for us today.
Max Q.
Max Q.
And there's that call out for Max Q, and everything is looking good with the rocket's trajectory so far. Now we have 5 events coming up in rather quick succession, and these are MECO, stage separation, stage 1 flip, SES-1, and then the boost back burn.
We're about a minute away from main engine cutoff, stage separation, and SES-1, which will all happen in quick succession. There we heard the call out for MVAC chill, indicating that that second stage engine, the MVAC, or Marlin vacuum engine, preparing for its ignition. All those 3 events that will happen one right after another.
And then following BECO, the side boosters will separate away from the center core and begin their trip back to Earth. The center core engines will then ramp up to full power and burn for approximately another minute, while the side boosters execute their boost back burns simultaneously. Incredible views of Falcon Heavy right now. And as a reminder, although we are not attempting to recover our center core due to performance today, we will be attempting to land those 2 side boosters on landing zones 1 and 2, so we'll have great views for you on the right-hand side of your screen.
And MECO.
Stage separation confirmed.
MECO.
Side booster separation confirmed.
Stage separation confirmed.
Stage 1 boost back startup.
MVAC ignition.
There you can see all 3 of those events happening, one right after another, including with a successful second stage ignition. There on the left-hand side of your screen, we can see those grid fins deploying. Those will help steer the vehicle back down for a precise landing.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And there's that call out confirming fairing separation.
There we go over on the side right there.
Coming up in just a few moments, we should have the completion of the boost back burn on the first stage.
There you can see one of those fairing halves falling away behind.
Following main engine cutoff of the center core, we are looking for stage separation of the center core.
Stage 1 boost back shutdown.
And then SES-1, or second engine start 1, for the MVAC engine on board stage 2.
One of the nice things about land landings is we're not subject to ocean weather, and it's pretty convenient to land the first stage right next to where it lifted off.
Currently, the first stage is on its way back.
Booster boost back shutdown.
There's confirmation that the boost back burn on both side boosters has
Stage
completed.
separation confirmed.
Next up is the entry burn, which will help to slow the stage down as it re-enters the upper part of the Earth's atmosphere. If you're just joining us, we just had successful liftoff of Falcon 9 and the Space Development Agency's second Tranche 0 mission.
Main engine cutoff on our center core, stage separation, and that beautiful view means that we have had second engine start 1. That will wrap it up.
Fairing separation confirmed.
That wraps it up for our center core and our fairing halves tonight.
We're now coming up on the second burn on our first stage today, the entry burn, which should start in just over a minute from now.
All vehicles are following nominal trajectories.
With that, we know both vehicles, the center core and stage 2, are on nominal trajectories. And of course, we're going to try to recover those fairing halves again tonight using our recovery vessel, Doug. So next up, we'll be attempting to recover the 2 Falcon Heavy side boosters on land back at LZ-1 and LZ-2. Fun fact, Landing Zone 2 was built to support dual booster landings like the one we're attempting tonight. Now, at the time of separation, the side boosters were traveling slow enough to turn around and make their way back to land at those side-by-side landing pads. But they've picked up a lot of speed since then. So in just a few minutes, the side boosters will execute an entry burn, followed by a landing burn. Both of these burns are meant to slow the side boosters down rapid landing. If those landings are successful today, they will be the 211th and 212th landing of an orbital class rocket.
The left second stage views on the right-hand side of your screen, and we can see that that first stage booster has passed through its apogee and is now making its way back down to planet
Entry
Earth.
burn should begin for those side boosters in just about 10 seconds.
Side booster entry burn startup.
Now, each side booster has ignited just one engine in preparation for landing.
Side booster entry burn shut down.
There's confirmation that we have now shut down for the entry burn. Next coming up is our landing burn. And as a reminder, this will be a
Side boosters FTS has safed.
a 3-engine landing burn on each of those side boosters.
And our deorbit rideshare payload into space today is flying for the 7th time.
Starting to get some initial views in from those side boosters as they come back to Florida, and expecting that landing burn to start here in just about 20 or 30 seconds.
T plus 7 minutes
Nominal
and
trajectory.
5 seconds into flight, and everything is looking good for both the first and second stages. Beautiful views of that MVAC nozzle.
Both side boosters are transonic.
Boosters are transonic on their way back to land at LZs 1 and 2.
Side booster landing burn.
Stage 1 landing burn.
And there's that confirmation
Landing
of
burn
landing
has
burn
started.
start. This burn should last just around 15 seconds or so.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
Side booster landing leg deploy.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And there you have confirmation of landing of our Falcon 9 vehicle. This was the 13th launch and landing of this booster and our 222nd overall successful recovery of an orbital class rocket, including both Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy first stage landings.
With that, we have successfully landed both Falcon Heavy side boosters on landing zones 1 and 2. That marks the 211th and 212th overall successful landing of an orbital class rocket.
There we can see the landing burn has begun for the first stage, targeting a landing on our drone ship. Of course, I still love you.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
There you can see Falcon 9 has successfully landed on our drone ship. Of course, I still love you.
And back shut down.
Marking the 168th overall landing of an orbital class rocket, including F9 and Falcon Heavy missions.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. +1, 2. Full duration.